What's the role of an artist in the middle of apocalypse? And to answer that, I turn to the Noongar writer Claire Coleman, who writes that First Peoples have been living in a post-apocalyptic world ever since Australia was settled. That moment of colonization, of white people arriving with guns and diseases, I mean, that's an apocalypse of sorts. And Claire Coleman writes that one way of looking at First Peoples history is a post-apocalyptic history of a way of a people surviving apocalypse. We often have this thought that apocalypse is totalizing, it is an end and everything will cease to be, but that's not true. There will be things, there will always be things. One way that art can sort of rise to this occasion of everything ending and burning and dying in front of us is to remind us that in some way we will continue, something will continue. And even though everything will change and there will be grief and transformation and loss and so much pain, there will also be continuance and joy and hope and singing. And I think as artists, one thing that we can do is resist this narrative that apocalypse is the end, that we can just be nihilists because none of it matters because it will end. I think we still have an obligation to whatever comes next to do the best we can before then. To get really metaphysical, it's like maybe one day we will just be fossils or even oil or coal for some future community. And so in some way they will inherit our past. And is there some way we can become a better past for them? I don't have any specific answers, but I do think the role of an artist is to challenge this monolithic vision of apocalypse and remind us that things will go on.